All right, listen up. This is not just another day in the NFL. This is a seismic shift happening right before our very eyes with our Philadelphia Eagles. The ground is trembling beneath our feet, and the tremors are sending shockwaves across the league. We're talking about critical decisions, insider moves, and strategic plays that will absolutely define the future of this franchise. From massive contract extensions that solidify our defense to explosive trade rumors threatening to dismantle our potent offense, the urgent impact of these stories cannot be overstated. You need to pay attention because what I'm about to tell you changes everything. The stakes are higher than ever, and the tension is palpable as we dive deep into the real story, the one you won't hear anywhere else about our team.
The Philadelphia Eagles have just slammed down a monumental $78 million contract extension with our dominant defensive tackle, Jordan Davis. This isn't just a deal, this is a declaration, a thunderous statement from Howie Roseman and the front office that they are committed to building a championship-caliber defense from the inside out. Now let's talk about the precision of this move, Schefter style. My sources, deep within the NovaCare complex, confirm that this negotiation moved with incredible speed and intent, largely due to Davis's explosive, game-wrecking performance last season. He wasn't just good, he was unblockable at times, fundamentally altering offensive schemes and creating opportunities for every single player around him. His ability to command double teams, to collapse pockets, to stop the run cold has been nothing short of phenomenal. This contract, ladies and gentlemen, is not just about rewarding past performance. It's a strategic investment in the future foundation of our defense. It sends a clear message. We value interior defensive line play at an elite level. Decadent style. There are some who will question the timing, the sheer magnitude of this deal. $78 million for a defensive tackle in today's NFL, even one as talented as Jordan Davis? Some will say it's rich, that it ties up too much cap space. But I say you pay for dominance, you pay for impact, you pay for a player who, when he's on the field, changes the entire dynamic of the game. Jordan Davis is that player. He is a cornerstone. He is a disruptor. And this extension ensures he'll be terrorizing opposing quarterbacks and running backs in midnight green for years to come. This move is about securing a foundational piece, a legitimate force who anchors our defensive line. It signals that the Eagles are serious about maintaining an elite defense, despite some of the struggles we saw last year. It's a bold, aggressive move, but it has consequences, ladies and gentlemen, consequences that ripple through the entire roster. Because while we celebrate this massive win for Jordan Davis and our defensive line, the bigger question looms, what does this significant financial commitment mean for other key players on our roster? How does this impact the delicate dance of negotiations, especially when you consider the swirling, intense rumors surrounding one of our biggest offensive weapons? This move, as great as it is, forces us to ask what other tough choices are now on the table for the Philadelphia Eagles, and more importantly, who else is feeling the pressure as the new league year rapidly approaches?
If you want to keep getting exclusive, unfiltered insights like this, the kind of news that breaks the internet and gives you the real story behind the headlines, then you absolutely must subscribe right now. Don't be left out of the conversation. Join our community and stay ahead of the game.
And speaking of those tough choices, those ripple effects, let's pivot from a definitive contract extension to a situation that is becoming increasingly precarious, increasingly urgent, and frankly, absolutely infuriating for a lot of our fans. Jay Brown and a potential trade from our Philadelphia Eagles are not just intensifying, they are reaching a fever pitch. Jay Brown, this is not some speculative blog post, this is real, folks. Jay Brown himself, it's all contributing to a very unsettling narrative. We're talking about a guy who is unequivocally one of the most dominant wide receivers in the entire National Football League. A player who transformed our offense, who gave Jalen Hurts that crucial, reliable, big play target he needed. Jay Brown in midnight green is frankly infuriating to me, and it should be to every single Eagles fan out there. But let's get down to brass tacks, Schefter style. The Eagles' salary cap situation, particularly with that massive Jordan Davis deal now on the books, makes every other financial commitment a high-stakes poker game. Jay Brown currently carries a significant cap hit, and with the desire to potentially extend other key players or even pursue free agents, some in the front office are clearly evaluating all options. This is where the strategic, cold, hard business of the NFL clashes with the emotional connection fans have to their superstars. It's a brutal reality. Jay Brown is a colossal gamble. It would send a terrible message to the locker room, and it would fundamentally alter the trajectory of our offense. What kind of signal does it send to Jalen Hurts if you move his top receiver, a player he has undeniable chemistry with? This is not just about cap space. This is about continuity, about trust, about championship aspirations. Jay Brown has given us, after the impact he's had, is simply unacceptable in my book. But the rumors are not just rumors anymore. They are gaining traction, and the names of potential suitors are starting to emerge. And that, my friends, leads us directly to the next critical piece of information. Information that will make your jaw drop about who exactly is circling our superstar wide receiver, making this situation even more urgent and complex.
Jay Brown's situation couldn't get more severe. If you thought the domino effect of these decisions wasn't reaching critical mass, then you haven't heard the latest, folks. This is a 5-alarm fire. Jay Brown, making him a player to be watched with extreme scrutiny across the entire league. This isn't just idle chatter. This is legitimate, concrete interest from franchises who are ready to pounce if our Philadelphia Eagles falter in these increasingly tense negotiations. Jay Brown brings to an offense. This complicates everything, absolutely everything. It drives up the price for any potential trade, but more importantly, it puts immense pressure on Howie Roseman and the Eagles front office to make a decision and make it fast. Jay Brown style. I am absolutely apoplectic. Jay Brown's caliber, a player who is so vital to Jalen Hurts' success, a player who consistently makes incredible plays when the game is on the line, slip away from this franchise would be an unmitigated disaster. It would be a catastrophic miscalculation that would set our offense back years. Think about the message it sends to our quarterback, to our locker room, to our fan base. It says we prioritize cap flexibility over elite talent, over winning, over keeping our best players. Jay Brown, his presence elevates our entire offense. His contested catches, his yards after catch, his sheer physicality, you don't just find that walking around. The thought of seeing him in another uniform, especially for a West Coast team, tearing up defenses while we're left wondering what if, is nauseating. The urgency here is paramount. The Eagles must decide, and they must decide now, whether they are truly committed to building around their existing core, or if they are willing to dismantle it piece by piece. This is a critical decision that will haunt this franchise for years to come if they get it wrong. Jay Brown is caught right in the middle. The future of our team hangs in the balance, and the question is, what will the Philadelphia Eagles do next?
So, there you have it, folks. Jay Brown, our Philadelphia Eagles are at a defining moment. These aren't just isolated news items. These are interconnected strategic moves and potential blunders that will shape the very identity of this team for the foreseeable future. The choices made now, in this critical window, will echo through training camp, through the regular season, and potentially into the playoffs. Will the Eagles prioritize stability and pay their stars? Or will they make tough, cold, calculated business decisions that could alienate key players and the fan base? It's a high-stakes game, and the pressure is on. What do you think the Eagles should do? Jay Brown for cap relief, or is he simply too valuable to trade? Let us know in the comments below. Your voice matters. We are in this together, and together we demand answers and accountability for our Philadelphia Eagles.